Audio test. Is it working now? Is it working now? Okay, I need to fix these audio settings quick. This is just going to be a very random stream. My sleep schedule is a bit screwed up today, and I do not trust that I'm going to be awake for a stream later today at the normal time. Okay. So the issue is just no noise gate. There we go. Can't sleep team? Yeah, pretty much. So let me know if my mic just like randomly cuts out while I'm talking. If so, I'll just have to fix the noise gate. But Red Panda, how's it going? So I've done a few stream upgrades that some of you may have heard me talk about on Nick's stream yesterday. I picked up the Elgato prompter while it was on sale during Black Friday. I picked up DaVinci Resolve because it was actually on sale, which is pretty rare for it. And I had to pick up a new audio interface because I had a lot of recordings that were getting screwed up from the previous one that I had. Waldo, how's it going? Up late tonight? You know it. Jonathan, short. It is a very, very late night stream. That's why the lights are going to be terrible tonight. Okay, so just doing some solo runs, some really casual stuff here. And yeah, I changed the audio mix up too, so hopefully this is my first time trying it out for the stream, so hopefully it's fine. But I'm gonna go in and do a solo infected here, and the number I'm looking to beat is 1.9. I just had one run that was at about 1.8, and just wanna try and get that number up. Bigger number, better. I'm using the Mirror Angle Strikeling Escort. This is based off of the build that Mara or Sizer has been using. Just a few slight alterations to make it a smidge bit more aggressive. So this is a Plasma CSV setup with the Phaser Hexa cannons on, because they are outperforming the Plasma Bombardier right now. Nanad, how's it going? Bugle? I might fall a smidge behind in chat as I'm doing this, so if I don't respond to you right away, you know what's going on.
Scanning the nanite transformer. Gun. Additional data available.
Hoping good stuff so far. Go.
The nanite probe will repair the trend. Stop that.
I think this run's gonna end up too messy. that ended up just being a bit too messy. New camera angle, yeah. So the camera angle, I'd picked up the Elgato prompter, and the mic, or the camera is sitting behind it. So like if I'm doing a Q&A, I can, you know, look right over and respond to you guys directly. I could be a bit more engaged, a bit more focused in when I'm actually looking at the chat here. The other things I did for the stream upgrades was that new audio interface. I picked up a Roland Bridgecast. It's a bit niche, but it's working well. And I picked up the premium DaVinci Resolve membership, which is the video editor that I use. Specie, how's it going? Can't sleep also. Been trying to push your solo ISAs, but can't seem to get past 600-ish. It's pretty much its speed. Speed is the big thing when you're looking at ISA, especially. Well, with all the maps, it's speed, but with how fast ISA goes, it really is just how fast you can get from point A to point B. You like it? Yeah. So when I'm doing like a Q&A, you know, I can get a bit more dialed in to respond directly to chat. And you guys saw this on Nick's stream yesterday when I joined him in the second half of his stream. And to be clear, his comments regarding me being a CM, that was Nick trolling. I do not work for Deca. I did apply, but there was basically no response to that stuff. One thing I hope Deca does is to enable crossplay after having played on PlayStation. You're not sure you want to restart on PC? Yeah, that's understandable. Well, 9:24 a.m. in the UK, so God help your sleep pattern. Yeah, it's really gotten screwed up this week. The reason I was doing this stream, or the reason I decided to do this stream right now, is look, I was already in the game trying out this build. This is based on Mara's build on the Mir Strikewing Escort, the ship you get from the 12th bundle. So I was already in the game doing some solo runs, just messing around, and I figured, you know, with how my sleep schedule is right now, I'm going to be asleep most of the day just to catch up. So why not just stream now? I know that's inconvenient for most of my typical stream audience, and I do apologize for anyone, you know, that is missing this live. But just with how my sleep schedule is and the stuff that I have to do this weekend, it was pretty much now was the optimal time. And again, if OBS is cutting me off at all while I'm talking, please let me know, because I have not configured the noise gate at all yet. What do I think is worth it in the winter event shop? The ice boots. The ice boots and some of the winter bridge officer manuals are pretty decent, but aside from that, it's mostly just fun stuff. It's not really relevant long term. But you know, some of those, the frost boots, again, those are pretty good. You guys probably heard people talk about those. But the bridge officer manuals, there is some good stuff in there. Yeah, I typically, just my sleep schedule, I always end up leaning towards a nighttime schedule. It's 3:26 a.m. for me. 3:27 a.m. Try not to crash, yeah. Lockville, how's it going? Bandy Shield is pretty decent. You know, Let It Go, Very Cold in Space, Best Served Cold. Like these bridge officer abilities in here, they're not bad. Best Served Cold works very well with the Atlantis trait if you're running that. Very Cold in Space sees a lot of use on side builds. Let It Go is seen on some stuff as well. Galex, thank you for the ultra casual membership. Very much appreciated. Thank you for that. Just gonna steer. Yeah, Very Cold in Space is great for anomalies. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad to provide you with some content. Thank you. Very much appreciated. The Lockville. Look, I like the Credence console. The lithium console you're talking about off the Credence Miracle Worker cruiser. It's really good, but that 2-second delay on it is really killer. It is still best in slot for some builds, especially pet builds. It is amazing what that console does for pets. The console off the Credence, but just actually using it in just normal gameplay on a DPS build, it can be a bit rough. Old Man Rune, no sleep again? Not yet. Maybe use new console for easy upkeep on UD. Yeah, you can. The winter event console can be used to maintain universal designs on its own with 100% stacks. You know, you can go in, activate it, turn it right back off, and then you can go in and you can permanently keep universal designs up with this console. Morning from Scotland. I'm gonna beam back to ground, give that ISC another go. Just trying to push the numbers up. So Alpatron, Mira had a good point. Like there's value to putting it in both an engineering slot or a universal. If you do that, the engineering, you're getting some aux power, which is great for fleet power. But you know, on the other hand, universal is 120% power transfer rate, and I think that's going to be on a case by case basis. I think I understand the value of the +5 max aux power, but I feel like when I'm hitting fleet power, I'm generally trying to time it, you know, alongside an OSS and aux pad anyways. But you know, more aux power never hurts. I'd say honestly, just try it out in both and see which works best for you. They're probably going to be really close, so either way should be fine.
The situation is grim.
Yeah, you could do that. Now, the downside to doing that, though, is that you will have to, you know, sacrifice one of the buffs from this new winter console if you're doing that, if you're trying to use it all the time. But, I mean, I think that's an acceptable trade-off.
Scanning the nanite transfer. Gone. Additional data available.
Warning, I don't know what that notification is. I'll check in a moment. Ruin, thank you for the 20. Very much appreciated. So slow.
The probe is closing in on the Trent. Destroy it.
There's such a sudden fall off here. Yeah, that was going so good too. I just didn't have the angling right on the gate. Rune, again, thank you for the 20. Very much appreciated. Me that added in here. Thank you, thank you. Free coffee stream. Yep. Oh, it does. Yeah, the upgrades. Some of them were a bit unexpected. Like I knew I needed to get a new audio interface because the other one I was hearing some like static with it. So the cost of that I was expecting. Then I saw the prompter deal and was like, that's a pretty good price for that. And DaVinci Resolve, I bought the other stuff, and then I saw that was on sale, and it basically never goes on sale. I was like, okay, that's had to grab that while it was on sale. Yeah, DaVinci's great. Metagriffin, thank you for the follow. Yeah. Yeah, DaVinci's great. Most of my editing is fairly basic, but it is it's really great. And yes, there's too many audio tracks in here right now. What do you use for survivability? It's crazy to me that you're living in solo elites in an escort. So there's the Valdor console shield absorptive frequency generator that is giving me a lot of shield healing. In fact, if I look at the parse here, let's take a look at that last one. So let's see. Yeah, total heals 3.7 mil. So if I look at analysis, heals out. Yeah, I mean, look at that shield healing. I had almost 33,000 shield healing per second because of the shield absorptive frequency generator console. And that's off a low tier ship that you can get with the lithium. It's like 75,000 dill. It's the Valdor Heavy Warbird. It's a tier 3, I think, Romulan ship. You can buy it right at the shipyard. It's really good, and every ship can use that console now. I also have the disco set on here, which that two piece is giving some whole regen. I've got DPRM on, adaptive mercy systems. I've got Agent Ayal from the Delta Operations Expansion Pack, which is giving me a little bit of hull heal here whenever I fire a weapon while attack pattern beta's up. Dalrel, I think, is an alternative to that you can buy right on the exchange. And trait-wise, it's pretty much just like trying to go raw DPS as much as I can. Got Dan, have a question I've been meaning to ask. Got lucky with a few exchange plays, and I've had my eye on the Credence for its console. Worth picking up for generic do builds. So something to keep in mind with the Credence console. I was starting to look up at the top of my monitor to look at the camera, but gotta get used to it being over here. But the console, the high numbers you see people getting from it in like DPS records, that's because there's a team of people sacking it on the DPS player. You know, when we're doing like the really high end split runs, we've got the 4 supports hitting it, and sometimes the DPS player doesn't even use the console themselves because it's an area of effect. So long as pets aren't out to soak up the buff, they can get it that way. El Patron, thank you for the Prime sub. Very much appreciated. But is it worth picking up for generic do builds? I would say if you have the opportunity to try one out on Tribble, you know, then I would recommend you do that first. I like that console. I like the Credence itself. I think it's a good ship. But that console does have a 2-second activation time, and that is why you do see some of these high-end builds not run it, because 2-second activation time, you know, if your weapons come up for another firing cycle during those 2 seconds, they have to wait until the end of the activation time. So it's a bit rough, but I think it is a good console to have access to. The amount of extra damage it will net your pets is pretty substantial also. But definitely it's one that I would say try it out on Tribble if you can. Yeah, it is a very good console. Very good console. But that activation time on it, it is a bit rough. Okay, I'm going back to ground. We'll give this another go. That one was going pretty good. Like, if I'd finished that, I think my positioning on the gate could have been better. But if I'd angled that a little bit better, that would have been a new solo ISC record. The current solo ISC is just over 1.9 by Mara. Oh no, Dan. Oh, I caught it. YouTube was trying to push ads. Skip ads. Yeah, Nick was saying that quite a bit in his stream yesterday. You know, the title of his stream was saying that I was a CM, and that's terrible. There is legitimately going to be people out there thinking that I am. He made a character called that even? What? I missed that? Robert, how's it going?
The situation is grim. All attempts to hail the...
Yeah, I knew about the ship name. He did that like a day or two ahead of time. Steel, how's it going? Yeah, I gotta be up this early to get that great server performance. Terrible.
Warning, ship is under attack.
We have the Borg.
Scanning the nanite transformer. Gun. Additional data is available. The nanite probes can repair the transformers. Stop them.
This transition over to the side is screwing me over.
Resistance is futile.
Yeah, the issue with this position behind the gates, I'm taking a bit more heat hitting both at the same time. I need to try and get right between these two pillars on the gate. The angle that I had just ain't working. Yeah, Warp Core, very, very early stream.
You will be Borg.
So Torp ships are difficult right now. There's the Terran Eagle, and pretty much no competition for it. You know, if you're looking to do one on a Romulan, I mean, you could do the legendary Talisk. It's not going to be optimal, but you could do that. You could do a Torp build on the Scimitar. If you're looking to utilize Assault Formation Theta, then you'd want to go with the legendary Talisk, though. I'm just catching up on chat here. Terrible steal. Still no 10th bundle, makes me sad. I think we'll see it before the end of the year. Last year it happened that there was a normal bundle sale with the return of the 10th right around Christmas. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, if you're over 1 mil lock, that is you're in the top, 0.1%. Sam, how's it going? The console is a big part of it, Vitai. So the Terran Eagle, it's got the Lieutenant Commander command so that you can do Concentrate Firepower 3, which is pretty much a core ability for Torp builds. It's got the Commander Pilot so that you can benefit from the Terran Eagle console, but it also has an enhanced Battle Cloak, and that also enables you to better utilize the Assault Formation Theta trait off of the legendary Talisk. It just has a combo of everything that is good for Torps right now. And that is why, when you're looking at, what is the top Torp build or the top Torp ship right now, the answer is the Terran Eagle. There isn't really any competition for it. And I've talked about Assault Formation Theta a few times here, so let me pull that up for you guys. So when you hit Attack Pattern Omega, or when you decloak, it will give you a high yield 3, 160 Starship Weapon Amplification for 10 seconds, and 20% flight turn rate for 10 seconds. So every time you decloak, you're getting a high yield 3. So on an enhanced Battle Cloak ship, it ends up being very, very good. Do I think that we will get the old MUDs bundles returning more than once a year? Yes, I think that in 2025 we will probably see the MUDs bundles starting to appear again on a regular cadence like we had seen, prior to 2024. Yeah. It's just that concentrate firepower is just so important. Yeah, Dan, I agree. That there absolutely needs to be more variety for Torp builds. Okay, I'm gonna hop into another one here. Yeah, I just don't think I do infected enough, and I just am just trying to make up for that. Picard, how's it going? Keep hoping for American Workers Strike Wing Escort someday, but that might be unrealistic. I did a theorycraft video earlier this year going over like a American Worker. I think I called it like a flanker warbird. Like that there's a lot of interesting ship combos that we just haven't seen yet. The bug on the winter console should be a feature. It's been confirmed it is a bug, and you know, it is going to be fixed. You've never seen me play a Borg TFO before? I'm sorry. Let me redeem myself and head back to ground. Yeah, Locke, I agree. And hello to see this. So I, you know, when it comes to mispronouncing things, I was initially calling the Arc Royal the Arc Royale, and I had to fix that in the video. I was like, if I go through with this, I'm gonna have complaints.
The situation is grim.
Someone's not gonna be happy. Mark, how's it going? Late night SAB stream, or it's early morning? We're technically in the morning hours. No, Arc Royale. Exactly. I think I said it both ways in the video.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Scanning the nanite transformer. Done. Additional data available.
Well, so much for hitting my Oxpad ahead of time.
The nanite probe can repair the transformers. Stop them.
Disarm your weapons. You will escort us to your home world, where we will begin assimilating your culture and technology.
Yeah, this run got scuffed right away. Yeah, not hitting the Oxbat right at the start was just like immediately dead run. Terrible content though. We have a winter event going on right now where you could be shooting snowmen or ice fishing instead of it's ISE. It's in the stream title. Solo DPS record attempts, you know? Record runs. Like that one run before was pretty damn close to being, you know, really good. Terrible, Keith. Mark to Chief, the Arc Sagan. Oh no. Just pronounce it and pronounce words differently every single time to mess with their heads. That's what I do. He does it for the engagement. I've been exposed. I think the game desperately needs some new non-Fed faction ships that can compete with the current top ships, but I admit I just want to have another ship other than the Delkina for Romulans. Absolutely. A guard? I'm sorry. Yeah, the issue with the winter event is, I've been playing this game since 2012, and I've done that winter event every year. But I just don't I just don't really have interest in doing the winter event much anymore. Um, I'm gonna obviously play it, get the dailies done, but outside of my daily, I'm on the map for 2 minutes a day, and that's it. I don't really care about the other activities anymore. What ship am I flying? I'm flying the Mirror Strikewing Escort. This is the ship that has superior area denial on it. You got this on account-wide unlock if you bought the 12th anniversary bundle. It just has a really good loadout right now for the current uncon meta, for these type of solo runs. Mara's been using this and has set some pretty crazy records with it. And I started off by copying Mara's build, and then I made a few changes to just try and make it a smidge more aggressive. Warp Core, I'm not going to dignify your Discord comment with a response. Terrible. I'm the same with regards to the winter event, doing the ice run, and that's it. Not interested in the new source stuff, and only after the ship, yeah. I forgot to mention it in the news video, but Bordicus did also say on the Stowe subreddit that they have decided to discontinue the yearly winter project on the fleet holding on your fleet starbase to get the holographic ship in there. That they have decided to discontinue doing that. Yeah, the most of the winter stuff isn't really anything that special. Um, there's the bridge officer manuals I talked about before, and the ice boots. The other stuff is just fun. Oh no, anyway. Oh no. Okay, let's do a different queue. You love the winter event vibe? I love the amount of people it brings into the game. Means more people are buying my duty officers. Get a bit more market movement. You know what? Let's do an ISC pug. I've been bashing my head up against a wall in the solos. Let's see how a team goes. Dan, I like where you're going with that. More people back in the game also means more people watching your videos, which further means more people will let know about code CasualSAB. Don't you worry. I'm going to be mentioning that probably in a dedicated video when the epic Zen sales start. Any particular singularity core for a legendary Talus? You can do the Tholian one, the Tholian nucleating one if you have it.
The situation.
My previous audio interface was a Moto M2, and the new one that I got is a Roland Bridgecast.
Warning, ship is under attack.
nanite transformer. Gun. Additional data is available.
Your defensive capabilities are unable to withstand
The
us.
nanite probe will repair the transformer.
And await
Stop them.
assimilation.
The probe is closing in on the transformer. Destroy it.
Okay. What combat reader program am I using? I am using the open source combat reader, also known as Oscar.
The starbase are still being disrupted.
I looked at the Scarlet stuff nubs, and I did strongly consider, picking one of those up to try it out, but I was looking for something with a bit more of an advanced mixing capability if possible, just to give myself a few more options. And I almost picked up a used Roadcaster. There's some that I saw for like 300, but I decided to give this roll-in Bridgecast a go. It was 230 during the sales. It's been doing fine so far. For the Torp build, I mean, no, you don't have that one, but you have all others. You can still do like Disco 2-piece if you wanted, though. I don't remember what Nick was running on his. It's been so long since I've looked at a Torp build. Oh yeah, I see some people are doing Revo. Just looking at the build server. Yeah, some people are doing the Revolutionary set alongside Assault Formation Theta because there is synergy with that. But I don't think that's really doing much here for that. That's more of boosting the exotic side of your build. Yeah, basically just run like Disco 2-piece if you want. Disco Shield and Core. Wish they would go back to making new ship bridges now. They work on I mean, it would be nice to have more ship bridges, but I just don't. I think with everything going on, it's going to be a while until they're looking at, things like that again. Ratchet indeed. Sponzo, how's it going? Fire Frosty, you'd like to see actual content for events, like new missions just for events, like some bigger games do. Yeah. It would be nice if the winter and summer events were expanded a bit more. Or at least the existing maps and content they have is just refreshed up to a modern standard. There was an attempt by Cryptic to do an in-game parser. It's all based in the chat window, and it's not the easiest to use. It's not the easiest to understand, so you're still better off on PC using an external parser. You can't type worth a lick today? I can't English right now. Any idea what people have been dropping from their builds for the custom power matrix? Probably just drop an isomag. You know, everything you've seen me doing here, I'm doing a build with 4 isomags, and that was 1.8 million DPS. Like, isomags, I understand the draw to putting as many of those on a build as you can, but we are at a point with the universal consoles that we have that some of these universal consoles, with how often we're able to spam them between Uncon and Vovin, they're going to have a larger impact than an ISOMAG. That is the point that we are currently at. Tribble is having issues because, Philip, I don't think it's been restarted for a week or two. Nick, yeah, you just shoot Nick a message, or if you're in his Discord, you should be able to ask him in his build help channel there. Bridger, what is sleep? What I ran on my Gem Dread Carrier, I think I ran it. Sam, the last time I had an actual like build on that ship, it was either a Torp build, or it was back. I think it was actually way back where it was a cannon rapid fire build, but that's like 6 years ago. You're unable to find DM. Robert, on the video where I was talking about Mike's streams, I had the links to his YouTube and Twitch channels in the pinned comment. That is the Achilles console. The Vovin console, Pratchett, is the one off of the Vovin obelisk. You can hit this every 30 seconds, and it will reset your, or it will lower your console cooldowns by 25% every 30 seconds. But yeah, you can get away with just 4 ISOMAGs right now. The consoles we have are certainly good enough. And parse wise, let's take a look at that run there. Oh, looks like ads just got inserted on YouTube. I did not notice in time. Yeah, the Achilles console is these micro quantum torps. If you time them right, they can do a bit. I did not time them very well in that run, apparently. Yeah. The Lockville, we have very much seen a shift in the over the course of this year towards making these event ships have very impactful accessories, even more so than what we had previously seen. And I really do hope, with how important some of these consoles are, the Vovin console is really important. The Rex console is actually pretty good also for pet based builds and ships that have the Vanguard mechanic. But with all the good stuff we've had this year, I hope that they put them into the Muds or Phoenix stores a little bit faster. Waiting for anyone that missed these, if you have to wait 2 years to get them, that's going to be a bit rough. It should overwrite. It should, Adam. If you have any issues, you can go in and uninstall it and just do the fresh one if it's giving you any problems. Okay. I'm going to do another solo queue, but we're going to change it up. It's going to be Cure Found Elite. A couple hours ago, I took the number 1 on this one with a run that was right around 1.1 mil. So that is the number to beat. Yeah, we will see. But, Bordicus's comment there, sort of implying that we may very well see a Phoenix update again.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target shield.
This is really messy. This one's gonna be too messy. And I died out of nowhere. Is there a lobby sale? Yes, there is right now. Okay, let's see here. Are there any legacy ships you really want for the 15th bundle? I don't know. I'm not as familiar with some of those older Trek games as I should be. Yeah, Sam, it is a new meta console. Yep. Robert, let me get you those links. There you go. That is Kale's or Mike's YouTube, and here's his Twitch. There you go, Robert. I'm just catching up on chat here. Time for a bit of gambling, new vid, and some runs on PC. Yeah, Nick, it is really terrible. I wish that they would be faster with adding stuff to the adding the old event items in. Yeah. Now, some people were wondering, why are they putting out a teaser now? Thomas said he was doing it because it was in celebration of yesterday being the anniversary of his favorite Star Trek movie, Star Trek 6, and I think getting some hype going early on doesn't hurt. Light deck carrier Odyssey, terrible. It was crazy. I don't want to get political or anything, but the craziest thing in that video was just how many people were going nuts because Thomas had posted on Blue Sky. Like, are people really this bad about what social media platform people are posting on? Some of the stuff that got caught by the filter was pretty wild. Would be awesome to get another sweet trailer like we had for the Heritage, yeah. Romulan Shadow Temporal Side Juggernaut when? Not soon enough. If you're really tough, you'd make a Space Wizard build. I did that, Bughole. I did that with the Telario, remember? Right, terrible. Yeah, I have some solo vids up on the channel that were using the Kelvin Telario. The worst part about these solo runs is the reason I'm sitting in space is I have to wait, a couple of minutes for my my pack and intel team to come back down off cooldown, and my rep clickies. So those are a really painful wait. Oh yeah, Dan. I can't even repeat some of the stuff that was being brought up in the YouTube filters. Yeah, that was a fun build to mess around with. All the timers should reset when you go into a TFO. Yeah. That would be a huge quality of life improvement for myself and the people I play with a lot. You will be curious to see what other game ships will be in the bundle. Indeed. Stargate, how's it going? Neothonist?
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shield has failed. Core shield failing. Right shield failing.
Disarm no weapons. You will escort us to your homeworld, where we will begin assimilating your culture and technology.
Rear shield failing. Target's shield has failed. Core shield failing. Rear shield failing. Core shield failing. Target's shield has failed.
I left a mess over here again. Terrible.
You will be assimilated.
Yeah, I'm leaving this way too messy. It's not staying at the points long enough. Slow. Especially those 5-minute timers. Yeah, they're very, very immersive. Probably be the Defiant variant from Away Team. No, I think it's probably all going to be like TMP era theme. You know, Thomas is really into that era, and you know, I think what we're looking at probably like a Heritage Bundle 2.0 situation with ships from the TMP era. How's the room temperature? It is, well, I've got the window open right now, so it's 21.5 degrees Celsius or 70.7 Fahrenheit. Outside right now, it is like -4C. Do I have any thoughts about the Arc B580? I'm curious to see if they bundle any interesting software alongside that. When I got my Arc A380, which is currently sitting in my NAS, one of the reasons I ended up spending the $100 on that was they had a software deal with it where you got Topaz Gigapixel AI along with it. So if they do something like that again, that might be interesting to play around with. But I think graphics card wise, I'm pretty well covered right now. Version. Do you think it would? I'm seeing I missed a comment here. Do you think it'd sell well if they add a Rom and Klingon ship as well over just another 2 Fed ships? I think, you know, as much as I want to see more non-Fed ships in the game, you know, that there clearly is a reason we haven't seen anything but Fed ships in the past couple of anniversary bundles, aside from the Tal Shiar ship. that there clearly is data on their side supporting the fact that people primarily only buy fed ships. I think that's unfortunate, but that is the limitation we're dealing with right now. Do I think that there are still ships that could still get a legendary version? Um, I think we'll see more legendaries eventually. I would imagine the reason we haven't, really this year is because of everything going on. And I would imagine it's probably not their top priority. I think that there's still plenty of ships that could do with a legendary variant, but I think for them it's more beneficial to introduce some newer ship models in Proxima, Okinawa, and Apollo. Yeah, I've seen the Okinawa pop up in the chats a lot. Model, I know. I know. Did I buy any games over the holiday sales? I picked up the rest of the DLC for Civilization 6 that I was missing. Silly, I don't think that the game needs more Galaxy class variants. I think we need more Mirandas. I think that's what we're clearly lacking. Every ship release, every ship bundle needs to just by default have a Miranda variant with it. So my hope, it's a bit of a meme bug hole. There was a good track of time there where it was like every bundle had a Miranda in it, so it became a bit of a meme. Did I pick up any good ships? Aside from that, I picked up, there was a bundle on Humble Bundle that I picked up that had System Shock and the Crisis remasters in it. I picked those up, and I picked up Balatro. I haven't played it yet, but I hear it's a very addicting game. I figured for the bigger like game sales, those will pop up, near the end of the month here. And if Epic does their coupon stuff again, getting the bigger titles through Epic has been a bit better financially, so I'll probably do that again. Thought they were all Miranda variants. Terrible. Is the winter ship any good? The ship itself is fairly mediocre. I think most people that are watching this probably have access to several T6 ships already. So you've probably got ships that you're gonna have a much better time flying. The Ilios is not a bad ship though. It's a good starter ship, but the console off of it is insanely powerful. If you don't get the winter ship for that console, you will come to regret it. God War Jug Miranda Hen, terrible. The Primilian ship, yeah, that'd be cool. April Fools, every ship is a Miranda. That would make people mad. And that would break things if they did that. Terrible. Okay. But with the 15th bundle, I don't think I said this. I'm starting to get a little bit tired, so words are slipping. But with the 15th bundle, one of my biggest hopes is, regardless of what the ships are, I just want to see some new stuff. I want to see some wild some wild ship setups, things that are going to make people look at that bundle and be like, what the hell? You know, I want people to I want the 15th bundle to just go all out. Do some crazy stuff, experiment, bring in some combos we haven't seen before. I think a big issue that we've seen in the past couple of years is there's been too much stuff that ends up being, you know, pretty similar, and it just some radical changes would be interesting. You know, give us some interesting weapon combos that people may not be the biggest fans of, but maybe, you know, will end up being good for certain play styles. Give us, you know, some interesting bridge officer combos. Like there's so many different things that they could try that haven't, you know, that haven't been done yet in the game. Yeah, I mean, if they put the Mirror Warship in there, that bundle is going to sell very well. A pilot dreadnought carrier would make all the money. Indeed, it would. Yeah, I mean, the other thing is too is if they are going to experiment, you know, do it in a C-store bundle. So if it does end up being something that is, you know, ends up being really good for a certain play style, then do that. You know, make it so it's a bit more accessible. Make fog great again. Hey, I've got a character named that. I'm all for that.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Surrender your vessel and prepare for assimilation.
These cures just end up being so messy for me right now. It's a very much a skill issue.
From this time forward, your culture will adapt to service ours.
I mean, is that right there? Yep. There goes the flanking. I don't know if that beats what I did before. I gotta check. Sorry, I'm gonna be behind on chat for a moment. I mean, it looks like that's technically an upload. Okay, let's see. Moment of truth. Is it an upload? Yes, it is. That felt a bit scuffed, so there's still very much some room for me to clean that up. Let's look at the cure table. There we go. Sorry, let me get back over to chat here. Gamble shipping 15 will be bad. We showed them with the 14th that it won't hurt sales. Yeah. Doesn't beam overload outperform fire right now? Fire will still in a multi-target situation can come out ahead. It's just harder to use, so beam overload just ends up being better for most people. Neil Thomas, do I plan on streaming again later this afternoon or tomorrow? Probably not, unfortunately. That's I was looking at the time. I was in the game. I figured why not stream. My sleep schedule's messed up, and I got stuff to do this weekend. And I've got a video to work on because GameSir sent me another controller to do a video on. If I can get my OBS up. So I've got another controller that I'm going to be doing a video on, and that video is going to be dropping Monday. So need to get that recorded here this weekend. Yeah, I mean, either the refit or the mirror worship in there would be amazing. Terrible Mac, terrible. Yeah, ETM is a pain to use. Surely there will be a sovereign in the 15th, right? I don't think so. I think it's going to be, you know, all TMP era, so that leaves the sovereign out of the picture. But yeah, I've seen a lot of people mention the Okinawa. So if that's a ship that has popped up a lot in conversation since the Heritage Bundle, that probably, you know, that one wouldn't surprise me. Terrible. 23rd century sovereign, which means one more Miranda. Imagine. It would be. Gonna be 15k Lobby. The Amato class. Oof. That's rough, Mac. Yeah, I think that it is a crossover. No, that was late last year, I think. Was the Infinite crossover, and then I forget the Resurgence game. They did one for both of them. Yeah, I mean, certainly. Patchouli, that was Nick just trolling. I do not work for either Cryptic or Deca. I've applied to positions at both of them in the past, but you know that never went anywhere. I'm gonna give ISC another go solo. I know the solo stuff's a little bit boring to some people. It's just what I'm trying to do with this build. Kyle, thanks for stopping by.
The situation is grim. All attempts to hail the starbase have failed.
Nice. Will this be the ISC where I get it?
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Scanning the nanite transformer.
Warning.
Done. Additional data is available.
Target shield has failed. Core shield failed.
The nanite probe can repair the transformer. Stop them.
Core shield failing. Shield failing. Core shield failing. Rear shield failing. Right shield failing. Target shield has failed. Right shield failing. Core shield failing. Integrity below 5%.
Disarm your weapons. You will escort us to your homeworld, where we will begin assimilating your culture.
That felt like that one was going a bit better. Just took some hits there and did not get the stuff off in time. That's just how it goes sometimes. And again, the thing that sucks with this is doing these solo runs. After every single attempt, it's waiting 5 minutes for abilities to cool down. It's a lovely experience. But that was like almost 2 mil while I was on the gate there. That's getting better. I think I might just need to save like my DPRM for when I'm over there. I also need to get some more batteries crafted. Science, large oxbat. Terrible. I know. I know. Also, before someone asks, I have been doing the winter daily over on the free to play account. I think I'm like 2 or 3 days in on it. I figured why not. It takes 2 minutes to get it done. And I mentioned this at the start of the stream, but for those of you that have been watching now for a little bit, have I been cutting in and out audio wise at all? Because I've just got the noise gate on OBS set to the default, so I didn't do any tuning for it. It sounded good. No, nothing cutting out. Absolutely fine. Good, good. Just making sure. Nihilus Zero, thank you for the follow. Very much appreciated. Sounds good. Awesome. They should modify that time ship to elite class like the Death Performer. Nihilus, how's it going? It's just been like multiple runs in a row where it's like it's right there. It's so close. I just need to save the DPRM. Up early after a sleepathon, feeling ready to pew pew all the things. Just trying to get some solo records done here. The servers are generally a bit better at this time of the day, in my experience. So, Nihilus, gotcha. What is the second one from the right? That is the Adaptive Emergency Systems console off of the Odyssey, Scimitar, and Bortisque. It's a damage buff and also some resistance.
The situation is
Go.
Warning, ship is under attack.
scanning the nanite transformer. Done. Additional data is available.
Shields have failed.
From this time forward, your culture will adapt to service ours.
Core shields failed.
The nanite probes can repair the transformers. Stop them!
Shields failing.
Really need to have that console saved.
Shields failing.
Surrender your vessel and prepare for assimilation.
No. I hit DPRM at the right side again. It's just gotta. I'm gonna have to move that off the tray. I also left the left assimilator alive, so that would have screwed it up anyways. Yeah, that's the fun of solo runs. You know, Cheops with his 5 million solo HSA that he did, where he did it in like 7 seconds. What you don't know with that is that he spent like 2 weeks practicing, just bashing his head up against a wall, trying to figure that out, figure out the timings. The solo runs are fun, but it's you got to find the correct rhythm for them as well. RNG, yeah, pretty much. But yeah, CSA, if you missed what I had said before, it is the Adaptive Emergency Systems console. This is something you get from the Fortescue, Scimitar, and Odyssey variants. Just want to take a closer look at the spars here. The Hexa cannons are doing good. Agony's doing good. The micro quantums are doing pretty good too. I wonder survivability wise. Let me see here. But mispronouncing things is part of my brand. Didn't you know? Mispronouncing things is just one of the things I do. I mispronounce ships. I mispronounce just everyone's names. It's just how it goes. Why doesn't redirecting array work on builds? Redirecting arrays does work for fire at will, but it requires that you're taking incoming shots basically every second you have fire at will up. I used to say I have streamer disease, so he'll need to sound that out for me. Any bot would mispronounce to hide they are a bot. Come on. Carl Sagan would be proud of how you mispronounce his name. I know he would. I'm going to give this one more go, and then I'm going to wrap the stream up. I'm going to put some more survivability on. Let's do a whole lot of X's. And I guess do energy refreezer. Temporal tunneling or calm before the storm. Both are good, but temporal tunneling. So calm before the storm is going to have higher uptime. I'm blanking on what the percentage is on. Temporal tunneling has higher, like a higher overall average taste buff with it. So calm before the storm is if you want to get some bridge officer cooldown reduction along with that. But if you're looking for more haste, then go with temporal tunneling. Neothamist, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you around. Yeah, this is going to be the last ISE attempt. Then I'm going to go to bed. And again, for anyone that's used to watching these streams later in the day, I apologize for doing this one unannounced so early in the day.
The situation
That's just how my sleep schedule is today. Thank you, Nihilus. If you need to sleep your week, I know. I'm letting everyone down. Scuba Steve says you can do it. Thank you, Scuba Steve.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Scanning the nanite transformer. Got it. Additional data is available.
You will lower your shields and prepare to board.
The nanite probe can repair the transformers. Stop them.
Rear shield failing. Core shield failing. Shield failing.
Solid gold weapons.
That just fell off.
Us to your home
The positioning I was doing there just did not work.
culture and technology.
And did I just have a CSV misfire? That'll certainly not help. I mean that. Yeah, it's just getting the timings down. This is the fun of solo. Trying to go for solo records. Like I see 1.9 and 2 mil, like right there. It's just finding what position I need to be at and what things I still need to have available to me in order to survive that very final phase. Ain't tough enough. Ain't yeah, I have to sleep. I know. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I apologize. You've just thrown an Obina up on the exchange if anyone is wanting one. That's very nice of you, Mac. Yeah, I don't know what to think of everything right now. Terrible. Okay, I'm gonna have to wrap things up. I don't know if anyone else is streaming still right now, so if you're on Twitch, look around. But I am tired, and it's just hitting me hard right now. So I am gonna call it here. Thank you all for tuning into this really random early morning stream that was not announced ahead of time. Mac, you got to get that Connie 3 somehow. So there'll be another Stowe video out likely this weekend, and Monday this this controller video. They sent me it to do the video on, so I need to get it out by Monday. And I've got some other special stuff incoming. So that is going to be it for today. As always, thank you to all channel members and viewers for the continued support. And names are gone. I think it was Ruin earlier with the 20. Thank you for that. And the membership. El Patron, thank you. And on the YouTube side, notifications. Did you lack some earlier? Regelix Meaty. I can't remember names now. I'm sorry. Thank you all for the support. Okay. Good night. I will see you guys around.